pace game that I'm actually really good at, as you know. So basically what the purpose is a matching game. So you can either match color, you can match the shape, you can match the number of shapes on the card, and that's it. Those are the rules.
Okay, so I'm gonna start the game by shuffling our deck, and then I'm gonna deal half to you and half to me. So now we each have our deck of cards.
Okay.
And what you're gonna do is put one card in the middle,
Right.
each. And these are your two, we'll call them your discard piles. So you start by taking 3 cards into your hand. You can only have 3 cards in your hand at a time, and you can play on each pile.
And the object of the game is to get rid of our big piles. First person to get rid of the big piles wins.
Correct.
But you gotta match correctly.
You do.
I think I got it.
All right, let's play.
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Blink.
Blink, green, green,
Triangle, green.
3, 2.
Red, red.
Ooh, good one.
Triangle, triangle. Drop.
Raindrop, 2. You're killing me.
Oh.
3,
Gray.
brown.
Stars. Green, green.
Cloud, can you stop? Green.
Ooh,
Shade.
brown.
Shit.
Drop.
Wait. Lightning bolt. 1.
Moon,
Yellow.
yellow.
Ah! Oh, 3. Color.
Blue. I'm at a standstill. Oh, number! I won!
Ah! Rematch?
Rematch.
You're on.
Let's play the 5-second rule game. Name 3 condiments.
Ketchup, mustard, relish.
Big 3 up top.
Ketchup,
Sprinkles.
mustard.
Sprinkles?
5-second rule game. Just spit it out. Have a hot dog with some sprinkles.
Introducing Grandpa Beck's Cover Your Assets, a Beck family favorite. The goal of Cover Your Assets is to become the first millionaire. The cards represent valuable assets, as well as gold and silver, which are wild cards. Players build their own stack of assets by making pairs. You can make a pair with 2 matching cards, or any asset card and a wild card. Now here's where the gameplay gets intense. You don't just make pairs yourself, you get to steal them from other players.
Oh, I like that.
Want that guy's classic autos?
Yeah, I do.
Show him a classic auto or wild card from your hand and try and steal them. He's not defenseless though. He can defend with a matching card or a wild card. Now you may be able to make a second attempt to steal those same assets. The defender can choose to battle back or to save his cards for later. The winner takes all. That includes the classic autos on top of the pile, plus all the cards used to challenge or defend. Now that set is worth a whole lot more.
You betcha.
You're going to want to cover those classic autos soon, because now everyone is going to want to steal them. Unfortunately for you, you can't cover them up until your next turn. Yeah, good luck with that.
Uh-oh.
Keep playing and building your assets until everyone runs out of cards. Add up your cards at the end of the round and play again until someone has $1 million in assets.
I'm a winner.
That's Grandpa Beck's Cover Your Assets. Cover yours, steal theirs. First millionaire wins.
Five Crowns, the 5-seated rummy-style card game, is a highly awarded game that seamlessly crosses generational boundaries. But what is 5 Crowns and how do you play it? The answer is easy. This tutorial will teach you all you need to know about 5 Crowns. It's sure to be a lifelong family favorite. 5 Crowns can be played in 45 minutes and is for 1 to 7 players. 5 Crowns contains 5 suits: spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs, and stars. The object of the game is to have the lowest score after playing all 11 hands of the game. You'll do this by creating books and runs. A run consists of 3 or more consecutive cards of the same suit. For example, a king, queen, and jack of diamonds would be a run. A book consists of 3 or more consecutive cards of the same value, regardless of the suit. For example, the 5 of clubs, 5 of stars, and 5 of hearts would be a book. In addition to the joker being a wild card, 5 Crowns also has rotating wild cards. For each hand, the wild card is equal to the number of cards dealt. For example, when 3 cards are dealt, 3s are wild. When 4 cards are dealt, 4s are wild. And so on and so forth until kings are dealt and kings are wild in the last hand. Now let's play. The person to the dealer's left goes first by either drawing a card from the deck or picking up the top card from the discard pile. The turn is completed by discarding 1 card. If a player is able to arrange all of their cards into books and/or runs with 1 card remaining, that player will then lay down their cards and discard their extra card in order to go out. When a player is able to go out, the remaining players will each have one last turn. Each player in turn will either draw from the deck or pick up from the top of the discard pile. The player will then lay down all books and/or runs and discard one card. If there are any cards remaining in the player's hand, these cards will count as points against the player. The cards on the table do not matter, only the cards that are counted against the player, which is why the goal is to get the lowest score possible. Each number card is worth its face value. The jacks are worth 11 points, queens are 12, kings are 13, jokers are 50, and the current wild card is worth 20 points. The deal then passes to the player on the dealer's left. Cards are shuffled and the number of cards dealt increases by 1 card each deal. The wild card will then change again. If you ever forget what card is a wild card, just count the number of cards in your hand in order to find out. Play continues until the 11th hand when the kings go wild. The player with the lowest score wins. And don't forget, 5 Crowns now comes in a mini. 5 Crowns mini round has the same rules, but instead of 11 rounds, there are only 7 rounds, which makes the game a shorter, faster version that can be played in only 15 minutes and in smaller groups of only 2 to 4 players. Best of all, 5 Crowns mini round easily fits in your pocket or purse, so you can take it with you no matter where life takes you.
Hi, my name is Jeff,
Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Aaron.
and we're going to teach you how to play.
Phase 10.
The first thing you do in Phase 10 is shuffle the cards and deal 10 out to each player.
10. Can I look at my cards?
You please do.
Okay.
Please look at your cards. And then you're going to flip 1 card over, and that can be your discard and a draw pile. So there are 10 phases in the game, and a phase is basically a combination of cards that you're aiming for each hand. So for instance, the first phase is 2 sets of 3. And in order to do that, on your turn, you simply draw a card, and you can draw either from this draw pile or the discard pile, and then you play your cards.
So who goes first, Jeff?
To the left of the dealer. So since I dealt, Elizabeth, you can go first.
Okay, great. Are there any special cards in this game?
There are some special cards. There is a wild card, which can act as any color, any number, and there's also a skip card, which is great if you want to skip somebody's turn in case they're going to win.
Now to illustrate what you're talking about, why don't I play this hand? I'm going to go a set of 3 10s,
That would
With a
count,
wild.
yeah. That is
Wow.
a wild, yeah.
a set of 3 5s,
There it is.
thus completing the phase. I'm also going to skip you, Jeff.
Oh,
All
wow.
right, you'll get yours, don't worry.
Now, Jeff, here's a question. Am I allowed to create another set of 3 even though I've already completed my set?
So you actually cannot, but you can keep playing on the sets you've already created or the sets that other players have created. And the hand will end as soon as one person is out of cards. And I'm going to play a skip, and I'll skip Aaron. So
Oh, that's called payback in phase 10.
Wow, so that's cool. You don't have to just skip me because I'm next. You can skip anybody in the
Anybody
game.
at the table.
All right.
All this competition is going to my head. I'll discard a 9.
Ooh, Jeff, that might not have been a good
yo.
move. Because I'm going to take this 9.
Wow.
I'm going to play it here. And
Oh, he
I'm
does
going
not
to
finish his phase. Nice one.
phase.
By chance, we're all in phase 10 at the same time, so this makes it extra exciting. Shall we play?
Let's do
get
it.
it going.
Jeff, what's phase 10?
All right, cards are dealt. We're on to phase 10. 1 set of 5 and 1 set of 3.
Oh, 5 of a kind and 3 of a kind.
That's right.
Wow.
The phases do get harder as the game progresses. Cards like this.
No.
Oh, I'll take that. Thank you.
Oh.
Crucial
Right
mistake.
there.
Strategic error.
Oh, man.
And I'll throw that away.
Oh, I'm only helping Aaron get closer.
Come on, I just need one more card. Uh-oh! Wild card. That means I can put the wild card on the 9, discard the 1. That's 10 phases, and that's phase 10.
That's phase 10.
That's phase 10.
Qubits is a fast-paced game that will put your visual dexterity to the test. Players must race to match the pattern on the card, but 3 different rounds offer unique challenges. In round 1, whoever matches the pattern fastest wins. In round 2, players must roll their cubes to match the pattern. In round 3, everyone looks at the card for 10 seconds and then must recreate the pattern from memory. The game comes with 80 pattern cards and 4 sets of wooden cubes. Challenge your friends to see who can complete the pattern first with Cubits.
Presenting the greatest achievement in all the kingdom, Sleeping Queens! 12 queens are deep in magical sleep and can only be woken by a king, and then they live happily
Unless there's a sleeping potion.
Unless they are put back to sleep by a sleeping potion. Yes, that makes sense.
Unless there's a wand.
What? A potion is foiled by a magic wand? Fine, but then they live happily ever.
Watch out for knights.
Hey, wait! How do you stop the knight from stealing the queen?
What do you think dragons are for?
Oh my! And the dog queen can't be with the cat queen? And what's the jester going to do?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
That does it! This is the silliest, most preposterous. Who came up with this game? A 6-year-old?
I sure did. Look, it's easy. The king wakes the queen, the wand stops the potion, the dragon eats the knight, and the jester tests your luck.
But how do you explain all these pancakes?
Sleeping Queens, a royally rousing card game for 2 to 5 players, ages 8 and up.
And if the rules sound too peculiar,
just let a kid explain it to you.
Spotted is the mind-blowing party game that tests how quick you really are. Can you spot the match? Truly amazing! There's always one and only one match between any 2 cards. Are you fast enough to spot it? It's a race to spot the symbols. Be the fastest to get rid of all your cards.
T-Rex.
Don't let your eyes fool you.
Zebra.
There's always a match. Simple to play. A challenge to win.
Lightning bolt.
Mix it up with 5 ways to play. Like hot potato. Each round takes just seconds. Who gets to pick the movie? Who does the chores? Let a round of Spotted decide.
Fire.
You can play Spotted anywhere. In the car, on the beach, in a plane. There's one for everyone. Spotted Junior Animals. On the road, Alphabet. Numbers and shapes, NHL and MLB. And try Spotted Party at your next get-together. Spotted, hands down irresistible fun for all by Blue Orange Games.
Hey, you kids! Do you like keeping secrets? Do you like crabs? Well, then I've got the game for you! From the creators of Exploding Kittens and the Oatmeal comes a new party game of deception, intrigue, friendship, tartar sauce, and secrecy. That's secrecy! Ha ha ha! Here's how the game works. Pick a partner and split up into teams of 2. You and your partner privately decide on a secret signal, such as touching your nose or blinking a lot. Everyone sits across from each other and takes turns drawing crab cards. There's a Jab Crab, Cabernet Sauvignon, Ab Crab, Low Crab Diet, and even a Crabrador Retriever. If you get 4 matching cards, you have crabs! Try to communicate this to your partner using your secret signal. If your partner sees your signal and yells, "You've got crabs," you get points. If an opponent sees your signal and yells, "You've got crabs," you lose points. Points are crabs, crabs are points. Whichever team gets the most crabs wins. This undersea themed game is 100% kid-friendly and is great for parties or weddings or long nautical voyages. It's a fast but salty party game that takes minutes to learn and will provide hours of crabby chuckles. So, if you want to play our new game, You've Got Crabs, if you find the idea crabtivating and you're willing to shell out some money, then I encourage you to seize the day. Ha ha ha.
Hi there, my My name is Matthew Inman. I make the oatmeal. And this is Ilan Lee and Shane Small. They make really cool games. The three of us got together and created a new card game called Exploding Kittens. Here's how the game works. You set our deck of cards face down and take turns drawing till one of you draws the Exploding Kitten card. Whoever draws the Exploding Kitten card explodes, they are dead, and they are out of the game. Unless that player has a defuse card, which can defuse the kittens using things like laser pointers, kitten therapy, and catnip sandwiches. In addition, there are various action cards which can be used to move, mitigate, or avoid the kittens throughout the game, such as skipping your turn by wearing a portable cheetah butt, attacking other players by deploying the 1,000-year back hair, picking a card from the draw pile by rubbing the belly of a pigacorn, or seeking out the wisdom of an all-seeing goat wizard. You can also deploy the Taco Cat, Abercrab Lincoln, magical meat bikinis, and a fearsome Caterwacky. To win this highly strategic, kitty-powered version of Russian roulette, you have to decide which cards to play, when to play them, and which of your opponents to target. The gameplay allows you to develop fun or cruel strategies against one another. The game is kid-friendly, super fun, and super easy to learn. But that doesn't mean Exploding Kittens is simple. With every card you draw, you increase your chances of getting one of the Exploding Kittens and being booted from the game. The longer you play, the greater your odds of exploding and the more tense the game gets. So, if you're the type of person who's into games, kittens, laser beams, Sasquatches, explosions, enchiladas, and sometimes goats, please try our game. Thank you very much.